Is Waddell and Associates CEO and Chief Investment Strategist David Waddell. David, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Before we discuss, I want you to listen to what Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent just said about this because it echoes what you're saying.
It's been a great year on the economy, but the best is yet to come. The tens of trillions of dollars that have come in investment, both the portfolio investment by companies, investment by countries, that is turning into a capex boom for the U.S.
A capex boom?
Happening. Absolutely. Yeah. So capex in the AI space specifically is probably up 30% in 2026. So that's going to provide a bunch of stimulus. And if you think about the size of that, that's like another 1% of GDP growth there. And then you're going to get fiscal stimulus because Trump passed the one big beautiful bill. That's going to add 0.5% to 1% of GDP growth. Then you're going to get 3 to 4 interest rate cuts because that's what he wants. And he gets to appoint, the chair.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I mean, asset, right? I mean, you go with whatever. I got to look at Polymarket real quick. I mean, at the moment, which would be fine, by the way. So I think that boom does happen. It also doesn't count, and he was kind of talking about this, but the deregulatory aspects of this. You had a guest on earlier, I think, who was talking about capital markets, number of IPOs, et cetera. We've got less IPO traffic now than we had pre-COVID. Right? And so the financials are going to start.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, the regulatory morass has been kind of high. It's just been, the public markets haven't been as attractive as the private markets because they're sort of gummed up with regulation, I think, to a certain extent. And the investment banks make a lot of money on the private markets, too. So I think there's just been a tension there. But it's time to swing back. And at this point in the cycle, especially with something as exciting as AI, you want those IPOs, right? So whether OpenAI does something, et cetera, who knows? But we need to have a big bang IPO. I mean, none of this, to me, smells like we're at the end of this. It smells like we're at the beginning. And you may get currency stimulus, too, if we're cutting rates more than other people. I mean, that's what happened with the yen.
Rain on the parade, but someone told me that AI is quantum computing for the poor. We are so excited about AI, but quantum computing is coming.
Yeah.
It's already here, and it's even better. You say investors should, quote, own Trump things.
Right.
Like what?
Well, again, the things that are powering the Trump agenda are industrials, financials, materials, et cetera. And so if we're going to spend an extra $100 billion plus on capex next year, then again, I want to own the things that supply the suppliers of AI, right? And so I want copper, I want steel, I want plastics, I want cement, and you can do all of that with big, healthy dividend yields and lower PEs, et cetera. If you look at, just take this year, for example. So the Mag 7 were 50% of the earnings in the S&P 500, or of the total return. Only 2 of the 5 actually outperformed the S&P 500 this year. Copper outperformed the S&P by 70% if you look at the miners, right? Yep. And so there's a whole lot going on under the surface of AI that's worth owning from a value perspective. In fact, emerging markets, international developed, mid caps, small caps, if you equal weighted all of those, you did it at a 35% discount to the S&P 500's PE, and you outperformed the S&P.
But a lot of these metals are at or near record highs.
That's fine. They go even higher.
Oh,
if you've got insatiable demand.
Speaking of going even higher, you see the S&P 500 going up about 2%
I think we
here.
get to 7,000 for sure. This year.
That's almost over.
I know, but you peer into next year and earnings are supposed to be 14%. And by the way, they're scheduled to be 14% after that and can even go further still. Margins are at record highs. Net worths, like you just talked about, are up 50% since COVID.
Final thoughts.
It's the salad days. Get involved, but you don't have to chase what was the winners in the last couple of years. You can rotate into some other places, do it cheaper, get some dividend, stay away from the leverage risks because that's where the end of this cycle. I mean, crypto is a leverage thermometer, right? And so the yen went down today, so crypto went up. Yeah. And also the government shutdown sucked a lot of liquidity out of the system too, and that's probably the reason that crypto went down during that period. So.
David Waddell, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Great to be with you.
Thanks for coming up from Tennessee.
There you go.